Hello, welcome to the market recap video. I'm chart gal Lori and I'm covering for charting man Dan. He's on vacation this weekend. So let's get started with the charts. We had a CPI reaction. We had a pop and fizz today. So initially we had a bullish reaction to CPI, which was slightly less than what they anticipated, and jobless claims were slightly up, which is also, that's a good, bad news is good news scenario. So today we had this pop here on CPI and then we pulled back and we made a lower low without follow through. So it's giving us 2-hour megaphone behavior. And if we look at NASDAQ had the same thing on the 4-hour where we had lower high, higher high, lower low without follow through. So we're paying close attention to this. Most importantly, we need to remember that there are weekly higher lows on deck for almost everyone, at least the majors. Let's look at ES on the daily. We're in a downtrend, but on the weekly, we're looking for a higher low. NASDAQ, we're looking for a higher low. RTY, we're looking for a weekly higher low. YM, we're looking for a weekly higher low. So overall, the odds favorite now, are we retracing the 40% to keep it a bull flag, or are we retracing 50% and making room for lower highs? And that varies by chart, but overall, aggressive bulls are looking for those weekly higher lows, and the market is just showing no signs of definitively putting those in. And we also, I'm going to just jump to the most important chart, in my opinion, to the market. Apple closed with a daily inside bar. We're holding that key support of 177.58. Actually, 177.01, 177.58. So that 177 area is going to be crucial for Apple going forward. We have PPI tomorrow, so that will have a big hand into how this resolves on Apple, this daily inside bar. Okay, looking at RTY. We're looking for the weekly higher low. However, we've retraced about 50% from the swing low on the day of June 26th to the high of August 1st. We've retraced about 50% of that. So bulls have given up too much, and now bears are capable of getting lower highs on RTY. Looking at YM, we got a higher high and a higher low, so it did not break to a lower low. So YM was showing some relative strength today. Looking at Bitcoin, we're looking for a weekly higher low. We've been looking for it for a while now. And on the daily, we ran into the daily 50 MA overhead. We broke this inside bar bearish. We haven't gotten significant follow through yet. Bulls could look for a daily higher low. That's the more likely scenario. And on the weekly, we're looking for that weekly higher low. Just bulls have complete apathy going in. And I think there's an ETF decision this weekend on the 13th. And maybe it's like a hurry up and wait scenario in Bitcoin. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but that's what it feels like. So on gold, we're looking for a weekly higher low on gold against 1940. We are at key support. Weekly 50 MA and 200 MA are right there. And I'm acutely aware that this has a head and shoulders pattern. So if we were to break 1940, we'd be looking down at 1900 and then 1886. So gold is in a precarious situation right here, right now, looking for that weekly higher low, and dollar is looking for that weekly lower high. But dollar had a major bounce today, and that was a headwind for the markets, and that's why we retraced a lot of that CPI pop. All right, looking at oil. Oil has a potential weekly megaphone. We're making higher highs. Higher high here without follow through. The higher high this week has not gotten follow through yet. It doesn't mean this game over for the bulls. And if you're a pregame watcher, you know that I've been all over this chart. Oil, I have been bullish with this weekly squeeze. We've had a lot of pressure build in oil, and bulls have been releasing that pressure. They had a consolidation day. And I do want to point out how similar oil and the market have been trading. They've been trading very closely correlated. So the low in oil today was at 11:55 my time. The low in NASDAQ was at 11:55 my time as well. So just something to keep an eye on is I've been noticing oil and the market correlate a little bit more strongly as of late. Looking at Apple, we went over this a daily inside bar, and how this resolves tomorrow will be super important. 177 is that key support. XLF traded sideways. I thought I had notes on XLF. Let's look. No, nothing sticking out here. We're looking for a weekly higher low. This is an ideal weekly bear flag with declining bear volume on the consolidation, bull flag. So this looks strong. No problems here with XLF. XLV weekly triple top. So here at 136.85, 136.66, and 136.53. So that's 3 hits in the upper 136s on XLV. So on the daily, we got a pretty ugly looking candle today with that double top with 136.85. So pretty ugly bearish candle forming on XLV. All right, Amazon, potential daily bull flag is still on the table with that earnings reaction. We haven't given up more than 38%. Yesterday, we bounced from 137.10, so only a nickel over that 0.382. This is still healthy sideways action for now with Amazon bulls. And then looking at Netflix, it is holding the daily 50 MA here, daily inside bar. A weekly lower high is the more likely scenario on Netflix. If we were to lose the daily 50 MA tomorrow, it could be game on for the bears to possibly attempt that weekly lower high top fish. And finally, I wanted to show you NVDA. It lost the daily 50 MA, and SMH lost the daily 50 MA. And I should bring that up on QQQ. QQQ is holding the daily 50 MA, but NASDAQ has lost it for now. And we still have a couple hours left to see how this candle resolves. Will it close up above the daily 50 MA? And I wanted to show you ANET. ANET is a tight daily EQ sideways. This is getting pretty tight. I just wanted to give you a setup tomorrow you could watch into tomorrow. And I talked to you about the dollar oil, PPI tomorrow. Today was basically the story of the megaphones. Okay, I think that is all I wanted to cover. Let me just cover one more thing. Here from the high of the day, so the CPI initial reaction here, over in here, and then we popped from that to the low of the day. We retraced 0.382. So that's not really a healthy retracement. And then we started reversing again. So most of our major ETFs, they bounced 40% off the lows. And then that was a great area to look for lower highs. All right, that's it for the market recap video. Thanks for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notify button.